Yeah, indeed it is. And we start right here in Joburg's CBD, where our president recently had a walkthrough and was, of course, surprised by the state of affairs in our CBD. Surprised. Couldn't believe it. How did it get like this? So, what it's the latest issue on the agenda is moving to shut down illegal bus ranks operating across the CBD. And this has been a long running source of tension among formal operators, commuters, and also law enforcement. A centralized facility, the Johannesburg International Transport Interchange, has been built in order to house all long distance and cross-border bus operations, but implementation delays and alleged criminal activity at unregulated ranks have sparked outrage. Legitimate operators say that they're fed up with these cities in action and are now threatening legal action if the matter is not resolved. We're joined now by Phumuzo Mugwadzi, chairperson of the African Unite Borders Bus Trucks Association, one of the key voices calling for the closure of these informal operations, speaking on behalf of the registered cross-border operators who feel the current system and the current way things work creates unfair competition, endangering the industry. Pomodzo, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Power Lunch.
Thank you, Alex, and your team, and the listeners at home. Nda.
Yes, my name is Pabi Moloi. I'm the host of the show. Alex is our producer. So that's obviously who you've been speaking to before you came on air. You've been quite vocal about, no problem. You've been quite vocal about the illegal bus ranks operating in Johannesburg. Tell us about some of the biggest risks, the biggest problems that these sites are creating for legitimate bus operators like your own.
Yes, indeed, we've been complaining about these illegal ranks where we engage different stakeholders, including City of Johannesburg Speaker, MEC of Transport, even MNC of Transport Kenikunene, where we even go to the Hillbrow police station to open a case against him, because we've been seeing that most of the owners of this bus rank, we suspect that is his friends, because he wants to go there, but nothing action taken. And he knows even the owners of this rank. And we feel that it is unfair for the legitimate operators.
Yes.
And we suspect even that some of the government officials are part and syndicate of this bus rank. Another issue, you will know that former Home Affairs Minister Aroni Mutsaleri caught right-handed a yellow bus carrying undocumented passengers coming to this rank. Some of the buses were caught transporting medicine to Zimbabwe. And some of these buses are being caught with a lot of illegal goods, cigarettes, and in some cases, if you go to the border, issues of explosives that are used to do cash heist here in the countries. But you can see that our country, we are under siege of the political schemers who pretend false pretendency when they do their campaign. But when it comes to deliver, nothing happens. When they go in the city council there, they are fighting for their stomach and also to loot through the tenders for their families, their friends, and themselves, whereas citizens of South Africa are suffering. Criminal activities continue. And we are very disappointed by the serious allegation of MMC Kenikunene, who found in the mastermind criminal involved in DJ somebody's murder. Because instead of using the power to fight criminal activities, himself, he chose to accompany what you call the journalist. We are not sure of the article or the newspaper, but even now we are still verifying what is the name of the newspaper and the reporter. We don't know whether the reporter for that news is Kenny Kunane himself. We are still waiting, and we need more investigation. If he wants to go there with the VIP from the government, security personnel, if he was using VIP, which is paid by South African government tax money, if he go there with our VIP using our tax money, investigation must be involved as soon as possible and accountable.
Okay, but hang on. We're having a member of his party to speak to us a little bit later on about that story. It does seem that there are lots of stories, and this one also involves him. But can we get back to the bus situation? Because the city says it's built this international, they call it the JITI, to accommodate all operators. So why do you think that's stalled or not been enforced?
You see, we've been calling and writing several letters because even on that issue, that rank was supposed to be finished long time. And there is estimated money which is ranging from 588 million spent there, where some of the contractors were being investigated. So there is a lot of things which need to be investigated.
And so more corruption, more things that are happening behind the scenes so that those who actually need this transportation are not able to use it. I mean, you did talk about criminal activity taking place at some of these illegal stations. Can you elaborate a little bit of the nature of what crime is happening there and how widespread it is?
Yeah, let me first clear this. Because we have been voicing about the buses loading there in the illegal ranks, most of these buses were not having operating permit. So far, we have been seeing that some of the buses company are being issued permit. You will know that when you want to get the permit, City of Johannesburg must write a ranking letter, meaning that some government officials are doing letters to those bus companies that you can see that they want to cover up all the criminal activities, because once this bus, all of them are given the operating permit, it means that once on the road, you can't find them that they are not, they will look as if they are from the real rank or the legitimate. So they are trying by all means to cover everything, as if this bus now, all of them are having the permit. So what they are pushing now, once they can have the permit, these buses will have to go to this new rank. That is what we are seeing, that most of these things are just being a cover-up. The question will be, why makes them not to close the rank? That's proof that most of the government officials, including some of the politicians, are beneficiaries of this rank. That's why when you go from pole to pole, you will report from all departments there in the city of the Johannesburg, including even some of the political parties. They are aware and they are passing there on the daily basis to those ranks. That's why we are calling to say media houses, everybody must go there and visit themselves, that what we are calling is not lie. And you will know that if you are the whistleblower, like what you have been seeing, it puts dangers. Because you remember that we don't get any protection from any government or anyone, meaning that we are also targeted, but that one we can't fear for that, because we say we're going to sacrifice our lives to fight for the truth. And we are also trying to say, what about the other whistleblowers who don't have a backup of the security personnel? It means their lives are in danger. That's why we're saying this rank are contributing to criminal activity in the country. You will remember that in December, November, we are going to have the G20. What type of G20 or the tourists are going to visit in the Joburg, whereas most of the Joburg, it turns Gauteng into illegal bus rank all over the city of the Johannesburg, where most of the criminals for snitching and mugging laptops and the cell phone, when they run, most of the time they run to these illegal ranks, even into the hijacked buildings for the hiding. So that's why we're saying action needs to be taken. That's why we even call to say MMC can keep online to the public And what we are calling, he must just resign immediately, not from his political party, to serve our country.
We're speaking to a spokesperson for the Patriotic Alliance next. What would be your question for him?
Our question is to say why you push that agenda for our Hambe. From us, we see as a scammer for the voters. Question number one, MMC Kenny Kunene, he was protecting these illegal ranks owned by the Zimbabwean, the national.
Okay.
Another thing, there was a tender which is suspected being given to the foreign national. So what is the truth from you as an organization? Another thing that we want to call is to say all government employees, councillors, IEC must be involved, that everybody who wants to get jobs must be screened for the criminal record, including everybody who wants to apply for a government job, like they are screening. Every political parties who want to be in the government, once you found in the criminal activities, your party must be disqualified. But what we want to say to the Patriotic Alliance, they must preach what they are saying,
okay.
And they must serve the country of the South Africa. So far, people they are no longer put trust on the justice. They are no longer putting trust on the law enforcement, because now like MMC Kenikunen,
I'm sorry, Pumuzo, we do have to go, but I will ask those questions, and I hope you will be listening, because I'm also interested in hearing what they have to say, particularly if you talk about criminal records and the people who are involved in even beginning this party. So Pumuzo Mokwati, thank you very much for joining us. Pumuzo represents the Africa Unite Borders Bus Trucks Association, talking about the situation with the buses and also some of the ranks in this Joburg CBD.